Hey creatives, glad you're back. So today I'm going to show you how I took the ATC and made it into a full page canvas. So using my metallic paints, I did a background just like you would on your ATC. And if you're curious on how I made that ATC, you could probably go back and watch that video if you haven't already. Now, the metallic paints, this is a variety of colors. So it's gunmetal, copper, very steampunk looking colors, which is sort of the end result of this canvas. By the way, this is a Dylusions 8¼ by 11¼ I measured it, that's what it is. It could be a 8½ by 11½ total size. It's a big one. I've had it for a long time and I've always struggled to put in something into the canvas. And just as a easier way to get through this, I will post everything that I used on this video in the comments section below. If you're interested or learning or I missed something, because that happens, just give me a message on comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I usually check the comments pretty well because I don't get that many. So this stencil, which was funny, it has a little dot came out. That's where Tim Holz made it so that you could hang them up, put them on a split ring. And I liked the fact that it made the dot, so I kept trying to get it. So anyway, so this background, I decided to leave it open in 2 sections only because it worked out better for me in terms of putting in a saying and putting in my focal point. And the focal point, I do want to mention that you can get that from Geko Galz. They have a Facebook page, Etsy store. There's also a blog. So she does, this is a paid one, but she does have free ones for people who sign up. So that's a good way to get your vocal points. You can adjust the size. That's the reason why I could do the ATC, which is 2½ by 3½, and do an 8¼ by 11¼ canvas because I was able to adjust it. Now I use a Mac, so it's way different, but I can explain how I did it if anyone's interested. You just have to let me know. Now these are some gears that I had on another piece that I took apart and I'm reusing them. So I thought just to see, I tried taking the gears and putting some paint on it and stenciling them, more or less. The thing is though that some of the gears are metallic and some of the gears are cardboard, and so the cardboard one is the one I'm trying to do stamping with. It came out a little bit. It's not bad. It's fine. You try, see if it works. I really tried hard. So anyway, now one of the things I think I should mention, even though I enlarged the focal point, there are some things I can't enlarge just because of the nature. And so I did some substituting, and that's what I'm thinking you can do. Once you've got the style, the idea of the ATC, then you can just transfer it and try to think, well, what can I use in place of that? Because I like having, in my case at this point, I liked having the pumpkin in the corner and the little pussycat on the other corner in the ATC. So I needed to replicate that somehow, and I was trying to think of what would work. Now on this piece, she is called an autumn queen, and in the pictures that I bought, she's one of many, but she sort of looks like a cousin of mine who is past, actually, but she was born in November, and I thought, well, okay. So the orange is really what I wanted, and I knew I had some fall leaves that were used for Halloween time. See? And the cat, I didn't have these enamel pieces that I could enlarge enough to put up there. The cat sort of represents, in my mind, Halloween, and the orange leaf reminds me of Thanksgiving. So I figured, okay, let's just substitute. And I was very happy with the end result. It really did replicate the look I was going for. Now, the little kitty cat I got on Free Images, and you can find, there's a ton of places. Sometimes you have to subscribe for the free images. You get so many a month, and sometimes you don't. So it depends on where you find your image. And I took that and I shrunk it, because the original image was a full page. So the picture is Autumn Queens by Geko Galz, and the thing is that she's a brunette, and it reminds me so much of my cousin Rose, who's no longer with us. She died way too young, but I digress. And so she was born in November, which sort of made me think of her, which is why I sort of picked that picture out of all of them. And I wanted to put something in there that was relevant. The only thing I found was this saying from Albert Camus. I think I'm saying that right. And it's, autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower. And I thought that was appropriate, because her name was Rose, right? Anyway, it just works in my head. What can I tell you? So if I haven't mentioned it already, the pearls are a little bit larger. They're not quite as small as the micro beads that I used on the ATC. And I think it works. We're just going to zap it, and then I'm going to show you the saying, which is on the other side. I left a little space. There we go. We're going to zap it. Autumn is a second spring where every leaf is a flower. Albert Camus. I hope that this has inspired you. I know that I am very, very happy with the way this came out. I hope that you will try to either do an ATC or a full canvas from one of your ATCs. And if you haven't seen the one I did initially, please go and see that one if you haven't already. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you didn't like it, that's all right. You can say you didn't like it. And give me a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't, because I'm trying to get to 1,000.